What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another West New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from the Fifth Frame Brewing Company, and they're out of Rochester, New York, and this is their Collapsible Folding Table. So they're calling this one a pre-game style, Helles style lager that comes in at 5.2% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, this can is just under 6 weeks old. So it's been a while since I've reviewed a beer from Fifth Frame on the channel. So I was thinking about what beer I could pick up, and I decided on this one, which honestly, perfect timing, and that's because this past Sunday, the National Football League's Buffalo Bills not only made the playoffs, but they won the AFC East division title, which is pretty damn cool considering about 6 weeks ago, that was a pipe dream. And I think a lot of Bills fans would agree, aka the Bills Mafia, which is what this beer was brewed for, in honor of the Bills and their fans, otherwise known as the Bills Mafia. As you can see here on the label, we got the Zubaz style pants for this van, and then there is a collapsible folding table broken, because if you go to a tailgate at a Bills game, you'll see some Bills Mafia members going through tables. Yeah, you totally will. So this is basically a German-style Helles lager. They call it, what do they call it? A pre-game style Helles lager, and yeah, we're going to review it. We're going to get it into the hashtag proper glassware. That's not really proper glassware, but kind of, but not really. Anyway, oh, not only did that spew everywhere, it didn't open all the way, but I think I got it now. Anyway, wow, that's a huge, huge overfill. Anyway, we're going to give it a pour here. Now, I've mentioned this before on the channel. If you watch any reviews, you know I'm a fan of the Seattle Seahawks. Unfortunately, they did not make the playoffs this year. Didn't really anticipate them doing so. So I'm going to be rooting for the Bills in the playoffs. Why? Because while not like a traditional Bills fan, I still want to see them do well. I think Bills fans deserve to have a championship team. I'm going to be rooting for 3 teams: the Bills, the Browns, and the Lions. All of those teams, you know, on Lake Erie, they deserve to honestly win a title at some point. All those fans have suffered enough. Anyway, so this has a little bit of like a hazy look to it. I mean, I can see my hand through the other side, but it has a gentle haze. It has this bright yellow color. It's like a straw yellow color. It's pretty bright. It's going to look probably a little darker on camera. Hold up to light. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see through it, but it has a gentle, soft haze to it. About a finger of a bright white, soap sudsy looking head, not going anywhere, so the head retention already fantastic. Decent carbonation streaming up, not too big, but nice. It's a good nose. Yeah, I mean, it smells like a Helles lager. Has that bready, slightly biscuity, but more bready kind of malt character. It has like a sweet, grainy kind of bready malt character. A touch of like a hop note. It's floral, a little bit spicy, touch of herbaceousness. Little lemon zest in there, maybe even a lemongrass. Very slight. But it smells very traditional for the style. And I'm sure if you pick this one up to go to tailgating at a Bills game, you'd probably like how this smells. How does it taste, though? Let's get into it. Cheers, or should I say Prost? 2 thumbs up. That's nice. So it's pretty clean on the palate. Real clean. This is medium, maybe a touch over medium body. 5.2% is nice. More like in the medium body range. The mouthfeel, while it's crisp, it's not overly so. It has like a moderate carbonation. It's effervescent, but not over the top. Again, very clean on the palate. I cannot stress enough how clean this beer is. The Helles lagers that, for me personally, and it might not be true to style, but for me, I love the big bready notes. And I would say that is the one thing keeping me from absolutely loving this beer right from the get-go. It has a nice, bready, slightly biscuity malt character right at the front, but there's more of like a sweet, generic graininess from the malt as opposed to the breadiness. It's there, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's not as vibrant as I like out of Helles lagers. Again, that might not be like 100% stylistically correct, but for me, that's kind of what I enjoy out of the style. Halfway through the palate, there's a little bit of like, again, a lemon zest, maybe a touch of an apple or a pear, very slight fruity note. And then on the finish, this finish is semi to full on dry with I would say like a restrained bitterness. It's like mild to moderate, but it's restrained to some degree. It definitely, this beer is balanced. It's not overly sweet or anything. There's enough dryness and enough of that residual kind of bitterness to kind of balance everything out. But there isn't a lot of hop character, which, typically for the style, you don't get a lot of hop character. What's there is a little bit more of like a slight herbaceousness. Maybe even a little bit of a grassiness. It was more herbaceous, I'd say, and it's not really spicy. More herbaceous. As you can see, I'm taking this down. This is really nice. Is it my favorite German-style Helles lager? No. I think at the end of the day, I want a little bit more of that breadiness kind of punching me in the face at the beginning of the palate. But this is really clean, easy drinking, 5.2%, you can't tell. It's a very, very nice, well-made German-style Helles lager. So we're going to pour the rest into the glass, and then I'm going to give this a rating. I think I know where this one's going to land based on what I'm drinking here. The Helles lagers and German lagers in general that kind of blow me away is on the finish. A lot of times I'll get something substantial that I'm just like, wow, this is delicious. That's not happening with this one. Maybe it will for you if you try this one out. But for me, it's all about the theme to this beer, supporting the Bills Mafia, the cool label. And this is a beer that you could definitely, bring to, a Bills game while you're tailgating, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours beforehand and drink quite a few of them, I would assume. So anyway, Collapsible Folding Table from Fifth Frame. I'm going to go high 4 out of 5 and go 4.1 out of 5. I think that's where this beer lands for me. It's just, it's well made. It's good. It's just not one of my favorite within the style. But, 4.1 out of 5 is nothing to sneeze at. I think it's pretty damn good overall. And I'm happy I picked it up because when it comes to Fifth Frame, I grab a lot of their pastry stouts, their crazy heavily fruited sours. I don't really drink many lagers from them. So I thought this one would be fun to try, and I think it's pretty good. I don't detect any off flavors or anything, so yeah, pretty good. Price point availability, I checked their online store on their website, and it was $14.81 a 4-pack. And I think I paid right around $4 for that bottle, maybe $3.99, maybe like $4.09. A little bit more expensive. Or did I say bottle or can? For the can. A little bit more expensive. It's 16 fluid ounce can, around $4. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but some of the other big names when it comes to these lagers and whatnot, they charge a similar fee. So it's not too crazy, but $14.81 for a 4-pack, bit high, but it is what it is. And, I still think this is a well-made beer, and for $4 a can, I'm not really, too disappointed in it whatsoever. And then availability is Fifth Frame. You can order stuff online. I know you can pick it up at the brewery. They do get pretty good distro into New York. And recently, I was on a quick day trip to Ohio and stopped in Mentor, Ohio at Red Wine and Brew, and the co-owner, John, was there actually doing a sampling. So they're into Ohio now. So if you're in Ohio, be on the lookout for Fifth Frame. They're, what was it? Clawfoot bathtub. Is that what it is? Clawfoot bathtub. That big Imperial pastry stout series, fantastic. They do the Draped in Jam, which is like the big Imperial brown ale. They also do, their bath bombs, their heavily fruited sours, and then they do beers like this. They do some really nice pale ales and IPAs. They pretty much do all the like new school styles, and they do them quite well. So hopefully they do well in Ohio. Anyway, if you've had this one before or any other Bills inspired beer, what's your favorite? If you're here in the Western New York area and you watch the channel, what's your favorite Bills inspired beer? There are so many. Like I could probably review one every single Wednesday for like the next, I don't know, half a year and probably not touch a ball, but there are so many. So maybe I'll pick one like up per month and give it a go. Most of them are like low ABV lagers and stuff of that nature. So, everybody who likes the Bills they're approachable, right? As far as the style goes, they're not doing crazy shit for the most part. So, yeah, let me know your favorite. Maybe I'll pick it up and review it if I haven't already. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Check back next Wednesday. I will be reviewing Flying Bison, their Blizzard Bock, one of my favorite seasonals from them. It's been over a year since I reviewed something from Flying Bison, so we're going to get to it. Anyway, till the next one, cheers, prost, have a good one.